Well, tax season is upon us, and you may not know that the community here, through the PC Club, offers a free service to do your taxes. And today I'd like to welcome Barbara Harris on, and with her is Greg Boyd. Nice to see you again. Greg, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Nice.
And you know, the first thing I see here, as we have on the screen here, is AARP Tax Aide. Am I right? So tell
Correct.
us about doing the taxes in general, but really the affiliation with AARP.
So the AARP Tax Aide program is actually an IRS program. IRS has multiple programs. One of them is tax counseling for the elderly, which is sponsored by AARP. AARP recruits all of the volunteers and helps provide us with shirts and some other equipment to do their tax returns. There is also another IRS program that concentrates on low income. There's one that concentrates on the military and one that concentrates on the international. But we are volunteers of the AARP Tax Aide, tax counseling for the elderly. However, the misnomer is that you have to be an AARP member. That is not correct. You have to be over the age of 55, which is still not correct. We cannot discriminate against any age or, and so basically AARP has is the sponsor of the Tax Aide program, and United Way is the sponsor of the VITA program.
Nice.
Yes.
Greg, how did you get involved with this?
Well, Barbara had put on a little information seminar for people that were interested in learning how to mitigate their taxes or just in preparation for doing a tax return. And in that, once she found out I had a finance and accounting background, shared with me this volunteer program. I just retired last year, and going from 60 hours a week to nothing on working. I mean, there's a lot of amenities here, but I don't want to spend them all out, playing the different sports, which obviously. So I decided to get involved. I'd done volunteer work in the past when I lived in Texas, and decided to continue it here. And so far, the certification process has been great, and looking forward to doing the returns.
And Barbara, that's maybe a question that people have. Who are the folks doing taxes? How are they qualified to do so?
So we have, in our program right now, we have approximately 40 volunteers that are certified to do taxes. And the process is that my role is I am the leader for the education program and the certification. So starting mid-December, we have spent the last 4 weeks, I've been training them on both tax law and the tax application. And they have to take an IRS test and to obtain their certification. Most of our counselors, some of them are accountants, some of them are engineers, we have a dentist, we have people who've worked in office. Most of our counselors have been preparing their own tax returns for many, many years. And so they are not new to the tax code, they're just new to a tax application. So they're all certified by the IRS.
Greg, how hard was this for you to learn this process, since you've done your own taxes? And I should rephrase that. What was some of the parameters that you went through to learn the right way to do this, and sitting down with some and getting their information?
Well, I mean, I haven't actually met with anyone yet, but the training packet that the IRS puts out that Barbara shared with us, with all of the trainees, or I guess folks that are being certified, had scenarios. It had the information in it. The information's available to us in the book form as well as online. There are multiple scenarios, a basic level of scenarios that you go through and actually prepare a tax return in the practice portion of this software. And then there's the advanced, and we're certified advanced. And it was pretty straightforward. I mean, reading the questions and of course doing them in the PC room with Barbara facilitating it, it was pretty straightforward and pretty easy.
And you were telling me, Barbara, that you get all kinds of folks in, some that have very, very simple taxes. Others, they might have a little more complicated. Now, there's certain ones that you can't do, right?
That is correct. We can We can prepare just about any tax return as long as you don't have a situation that will cause a depreciation or depletion. So if you own rental property, you are what's considered out of scope of our program. If you are married, filing separately, you are out of scope of our program. But otherwise, we have people who come in with 100-page brokerage statements. We have people with very high incomes that are retired college professors. You know, income is not a limit to our program.
All right. Now, on the screen here, what the dates that I have up here, and I want to make sure these are correct, because I know you're working with the Florence Sylvester.
Right.
But the dates that I have up here, the 24th and the 31st, are the dates you come in to make an appointment.
That is correct.
And also gives you an opportunity to maybe quickly say, hey, what do you need? And, you know, how do I prepare so when I come in, I've got everything that I need?
Well, currently, in the past, last year we did 1,100 tax returns. Word of mouth in the community usually lets everybody know about the program. What you need to do is, if you want to make an appointment to have your taxes done, you can stop by starting this Wednesday to Clubhouse 5 anytime between 10 and 3, because we will be at Clubhouse 5 every Wednesday. You can come in and make an appointment. Make sure you just bring your 2016 tax return, and then we'll answer any questions. We'll give you a document to fill out, an envelope, and make an appointment for you. We will start preparing taxes the first week of February. At that time, if you have all your documents and you would like to come in, and we have counselors available, we'll prepare your taxes right then and there.
Okay, here the PC room or Clubhouse 5?
No, Clubhouse 5. Our site this year is Clubhouse 5. So for everybody who's had their tax returns done in the past, they know that Monday we are at this Florence Sylvester Center, and Wednesday we are somewhere in the community. This year is a special year because in the past we were in the administration building. We got moved to Clubhouse 7. This year we are in Clubhouse 5, and Clubhouse 5 is a closed site for only Laguna Woods residents.
Okay.
So that's why they can no longer call to make an appointment at the Florence Sylvester Center. They have to come in to make their appointment.
Okay.
And we have 100 appointments so far already booked.
Oh, wow.
We've been taking appointments over the last couple of weeks.
And the days that you do the taxes, what are the hours that you'll be doing?
Our first appointment starts at 9 o'clock. Our last appointment is about 2:15. We must be out of Clubhouse 5 by 4 o'clock.
Okay, that's good to know. And if you want to go ahead and do this, then go over to Clubhouse 5 this Wednesday or next Wednesday.
Or any Wednesday.
Or any Wednesday. Okay, I just had the first two up there. But
right.
That's good to know.
These are the days we will be there testing our system and making appointments.
All right, very good. I mean, this is fantastic service. And how long did you say they've been doing it?
We have been doing it in this community for over 30 years.
Wow.
They started in Clubhouse 5 when they did it by hand, and now we have evolved to an online system. We have one counselor who's been doing it 20 years.
Wow.
I've been doing it 10.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Great service. Thank you both for coming on.
Thank you.
And by the way, you can see if you have a question, treasure at thepcclub.org. So if you have any questions about that. Otherwise, head on by Clubhouse 5 on Wednesdays, 10 to 3 to make your appointment. And then the tax preparation will actually start February 7th?
7th, yes, the first week of February through April 11th at Clubhouse 5. That's
All right.
correct.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Nice to meet you, Sam. We'll be back. That's really nice.